So I've been going through the documentation for OpenAI. I've recently got access to GPT-4, and the GPT Vision is absolutely blowing my mind. And I'd like to show you what I'm talking about. For those who are new, I've been working on an end-to-end data analysis course. It's on the channel, all for free. Make sure you're subscribed. But in doing so, I've been getting familiar with the OpenAI documentation. And as part of that, they have the GPT Vision, which is just... okay, I'm just gonna have to show you. So we've got an example here from the documentation. I'm gonna hit copy on that, and I'm gonna go into my notebook. Now, for those who've been following along the data analytics course, this is how we kick things off when dealing with OpenAI, but I will talk you through this code anyway, because if you're brand new, this may not make a lot of sense. So I'm in a Google Colab notebook, so it's colab.google. And what I'm doing here is I'm actually going ahead and I'm importing OpenAI, but I'm doing a try first because Colab has a habit of sort of just uninstalling or deleting packages when you get disconnected. So this goes, hey, let's go ahead and try to import that. If I get a module not found, so I get an exception, then I'm just going to print out, hey, I'm installing OpenAI. That's probably why it's taking so long. Then I'm doing a pip install OpenAI, and then from OpenAI, I'm importing OpenAI. So that's everything to do with the OpenAI part. And I've said OpenAI quite a number of times. And then here we have a Google Colab user data. And what this one's about is this protects your secrets. So I don't keep revealing my API keys when I record. And then here I'm adding it as an environment variable. If you have any questions about this, leave it in the comments. I try to get back to every single comment. And then finally, I'm creating a client. So going back to the documentation, this is what I wanted to show you and take you through. So I'm going to paste their code in here and we'll go through it together. So I don't need these parts. And what this code is doing, first of all, this is pretty standard. This is a fairly standard way to interact with OpenAI through Python. We do the exact same thing when we do chat completion, so like the ChatGPT API, but the big difference here is we're actually calling GPT-4 Vision Preview, so it's the sort of latest and greatest model built on GPT-4 Turbo, which was announced in their developer day, and it's very similar in the sense that you say, I'm a user, what is in this image, and then you pass it an image. Now the example they've got here, if I paste that into the browser, is a boardwalk by the looks of things. Yeah, it's a boardwalk with some grass, and you know what? Let's just get ChatGPT Vision to tell us. So first of all, I'm going to shift enter on the first cell, and that's going to do the import if it's not already imported. So install if it's not already installed. Let's have a look. Might fast forward this bit. Okay, it's done now. Awesome. So that's all done. So if I hit shift enter again, because it's already installed, it should be a lot cleaner because it doesn't have to go through these steps because I'm not getting an exception. I'm just going ahead and trying to import it. So that's now imported, looking great. And then I'm going to let's walk through this together one more time. So the text is type text, what's in this image, and then type image URL, and then it passes the image URL. Now, first of all, I'll run this, and then I want to show you what I've been playing around with and what I've discovered. So I'm going to shift enter on that. So it's returned now, and there's a couple of things. So first of all, let's see if we can make this. Let's grab this text out here so we can actually read it. Where are we? So this is what's blowing my mind. So the image shows a beautiful natural landscape featuring a wooden boardwalk extending through a lush green field. The boardwalk provides a path over the long grass leading towards the horizon. On both sides of the walkway, the tall grass is vivid green, suggesting that the photo was taken during a season when vegetation is thriving. It keeps going, right? It's just look at this. It's blowing my mind. But this is where it gets really interesting. So something that we're doing in the end-to-end data analysis, data science sort of project, the whole walkthrough, is we're using ChatGPT to take some user text and give us back a structured JSON format. Now, I'm wondering, can we give Vision an image and then ask for some structured data back? Because all of a sudden, what that does is that unlocks the ability for two machines that don't speak the same language, maybe they only speak in images, to all of a sudden be able to communicate with each other. I'll give you an example. Let's imagine I wanted to create a receipt scanner. Now, there's plenty of options for optical character recognition, but imagine if that image took all the elements of the receipt and then extracted things like, for here in Australia, the Australian business number, and then we had a second API that looked up that Australian business number. So I'm really excited by OpenAI Vision. I think it's got just so many applications. Now, How consistently does it work? I'm not entirely sure, and that's something I'm really excited to test, to be honest. I think this one here is quite interesting. What is in this image? Like, we can quite easily change that. Like, I'll give it a different questions, like, what time of day is this? Shift enter on that. And there's a response. The image shows a landscape with a boardwalk. Okay, you're not really answering my question. Given the lighting and the shadows, it appears the photo is taken during the day when the sun is relatively high in the sky, which would suggest it's either mid-morning or mid-afternoon. The shadows are not particularly long, and there is no warm or reddish hue that would typically see during the sunrise or sunset. Now that's pretty cool. So I've got 1,000,001 things I want to test this on, but I don't want to get too distracted from our end-to-end data analysis series. So I'm going to get back to creating episode 4, but I thought I'd just jump in and say, hey, GPT Vision is pretty cool, and I'm a little bit excited to see what we can do with it. So catch you in the next video.